Hey, guys. So today I want to talk to you about holding on to that epic self-confidence and belief every single day. Now, here's a question for you. Do you ever find yourself feeling like super on fire for your business, super freaking confident, you got all this self-belief, you're feeling on top of the world, right? And then you're feeling that way one day, only to feel like kind of a pile of garbage the next day, only to lose track of that feeling the next day, only to go slip into the wobbles the next day, slip into self-doubt, slip into fear, slip into anxiety. Chances are you have. Pretty much everybody has, right? This is what I like to call the pendulum swing. Now, the pendulum swing, if you can imagine a pendulum, it goes from one side, feeling on top of the world, and it swings all the way to the other side of feeling like a pile of poop, and we end up caught in this constant black or white feeling where it is all or nothing, either or. Yes, but, right? It is just all too common to feel as though you're swinging radically from one end to the other. This is particularly relevant for folks who are highly sensitive and empathic and hardworking and high achieving. The reason this is particularly relevant for folks like that is because of this process that I talk so much about of the stress cycle, where when we're hardworking and we're high achieving, we're either going full bore, we're doing all the things, we're working really hard, we're pushing ourselves, or we are in utter breakdown and we are going, I can't even move, I don't want to get off the couch, I just want to turn my business down, what the heck is going on here, right? And we swing quickly from one end to the next, right? Because we're hardworking. And in order to achieve more, to make more money, to be more successful, what we do is we push ourselves harder. And then if we're highly sensitive, if we're empathic, if we feel things strongly, guess what? The stress that we're causing ourselves when we swing into that like work hard, hustle, do all the things kind of energy ends up basically breaking us down and impacting us more because we're so sensitive. And then it swings us to the other side, right? And so what happens here is that pendulum swing between hard work and feeling like total collapse, which is basically that fight or flight response, also exists in terms of that feeling of self-confidence, 100% self-belief in who we are and what we do in the world, that, and swinging into, oh my gosh, I'm a failure, nobody cares, nobody's responding on social media, or there was a social media hater or whatever, and self-doubt, fear, anxiety, all of that stuff. But the thing is when we're creating a new reality, when we're embracing our highest timeline, our highest potentiality, being our most profoundly epic, badass self, right? And manifesting everything that we desire and that we want in our life, we have to have the capacity to hold on to that self-confidence and belief every single freaking day and not go back to sleep. The problem is we go back to sleep over and over and over again. We go back to sleep. How many of you have experienced the feeling of, like I said, you're in belief, you're charging ahead with your passionate feeling of inspiration in your business and in your life and knowing you can make your income goals. And then it's like suddenly you wake up a month later and you're like, oh, what was I doing? What was I thinking? What am I applying myself to? And it's like, you're like, what the heck just happened to me? It's like I, went into a coma or something. It happens to so many people because we don't have that daily reminder, daily anchor that says, this is who I am. This is what I'm here for. This is what I'm creating. This is my greatness. This is my highest timeline. This is what I am meant for. We are not reminded daily of our greatness, of living our highest timeline. It's what I like to call, our daily awakening. We don't have that daily awakening. And instead, it's like we have sleeping sickness and we forget to put the alarm on and we just sleep for a month. And then we wonder why nothing's happening in our business or why, things aren't changing for us because we've gone back to sleep again. And the reason that this happens is because of the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind wants to keep you safe, wants to keep you exactly where you are. If you're alive, it wants to keep you there. And it thinks that whatever you're doing right now is A-okay because you're alive and a lion isn't chomping on your brain and killing you. And so if a lion isn't chomping on your brain and killing you, let's just keep things the same. And so it does whatever it can to keep things the same. That's a challenge, though, when you're trying to create something new, whether that's new levels of impact, new levels of income, new levels of success. If your subconscious mind is constantly self-sabotaging you and trying to keep you in place, you're always going to stay where you are because it's going to feel inherently stressful to create that next level, to embrace that highest timeline, to embrace who you really are. Now, why would it feel stressful to create awesome things? More money, more success, more time, more freedom, more impact. Why would those things actually feel stressful? Because change is stressful, no matter what the change is, no matter what it is. Getting married, having a baby, moving house, moving to a new country, super exciting, awesome things, and stressful. Stress isn't always due to negative things. Stress can be due to positive things as well. But as long as your physical body is experiencing those things as stressful, what's going to happen is it's going to give your brain feedback, your subconscious mind feedback, that this thing isn't safe because stress doesn't feel safe to your subconscious mind. It feels like the lion's chasing you, puts you into fight or flight response, dysregulates your nervous system, and it's going to put you into that place where your subconscious mind goes, whoa, Nelly, holds you back, stops you from moving forward, keeps you hiding, keeps you playing small, keeps you settling for less, keeps you turning down the dial on who you really are, keeps your message really tepid and boring, and keeps you stuck, perpetually stuck. And I know you're not here to be stuck. You're not here to stay where you are. We are perpetual growth machines. That's what we're meant for. We are meant to expand. We are meant to grow, just like a tree. If you're not growing, baby, you're dying. And so you are meant to expand. You are meant to claim a next level. You are meant to keep moving along, right? If you are not moving along, if you are not claiming some kind of new desire, having some new desire in your heart, part of you is settling and a part of you is feeling kind of dead, probably kind of flat, kind of like it's not meant for you or you're not meant for it, and then that doesn't feel good at all. And it feels like, what the heck is going on? Like I've been saying, we go to sleep over and over and over again. We lose connection with that confidence, that belief, that self-trust. We get a case of the wobbles that knocks us off track. We go back to the old ways of being, the old behaviors, the old choices, the old beliefs, the old things that we tell ourselves, that old nasty voice in our head. Those old neuropathways keep reasserting themselves over and over and over again until we do the work to reprogram our subconscious mind and feel as though what we really want is available to us, that it is safe for us to claim our next level, that we can have that 100% self-belief and self-confidence and self-trust, even when the thing isn't there yet, even when we haven't yet achieved the thing. We can be in the journey and in the joy of the journey and in the playground of building the sandcastle and not just in the joy of seeing the castle once it's fully built. So here's the thing. When you're trying to create a new reality, a new income, a new opportunity, all of the new things that you want, you have to change and you have to do things differently. Change, as I've said, is seen inherently threatening by the subconscious mind. Anything new is seen as a threat, but that doesn't mean that we can't reprogram that. What we can do is we can make change fun, playful, pleasurable. We can actually reprogram, rewrite memories, rework all of this crap from the past that has told us that this is going to cause us to sacrifice, that it's going to take suffering, that it's going to overwhelm us, stress us out. Instead, we can make those new choices and those new opportunities feel like a freaking joy and feel like they are meant for us. The trick is to remind yourself daily of the energy of who and what you truly are, what it is that you're here to create, what it is that you're here for and you're taking a stand for, and not go back to sleep again and again. To have this daily awakening process where you are no longer a prisoner to what's going on outside of you and waiting for what's outside of you to give you your self-belief and your self-trust and your self-confidence, and realize the first word of all three of those. It's the self. It's you. You are the key. You are the secret spicy magic sauce in all of it. And this is the key to money mindset. This is the key to manifesting. This is the key to success. This is the key to helping more people, having more impact, having more freedom, having more fun, is understanding that you hold the key. Now, some people get overwhelmed by this and they feel as though, oh God, that means that I've been messing it up all along. I'm broken and I have to be fixed. Well, you're not broken and you don't have to be fixed. The truth is, understanding this means you have the ultimate freedom to craft a new reality, to create a new future, where you get to have it all, where you get to have all of the things, where you get to feel beautiful self-trust and belief and faith and just joy of being you and making more money being you and being more successful being you and having better relationships being you and having more fun being you and having more freedom just being you and not having to be another person. And how does that marry with, yeah, but you said I'm creating something new and I'm claiming my next level, but is that me? Yes, because if the desire is in your heart, you're meant for it and it's meant for you. And these two things are the spicy magic where it all comes together for you. So we just do not want you to go back to sleep again, because when we go back to sleep again and again, this is when business, success, making more money feel hard. This is when they feel like a challenge. I often talk about this example that we're like a freight train. You know, it's really hard to get a train up and going, and it seems to take forever. And there's a lot of like fuel you have to put in the train to get it up and get it, going at full speed. Once it gets to full speed, it's very easy to keep it going at that level. You don't have to use a lot of fuel or energy to keep it going. Problem is when we go to sleep as entrepreneurs, what happens, like we start our businesses, it gets going, we get to a certain point, and then we hit some, distractions, some discouragement, some bump in the road that ends up slowing the train and making it go slow. And then we have to put in all of this effort again to get the train going. And then we convince ourselves that the whole thing is just hard, instead of understanding that it's not hard. It's that we've allowed ourselves to lose momentum. We've allowed ourselves to lose that feeling that we can feel this way every day, even when we hit the wobbles, even when things don't go according to plan, even when we're not meeting our income goals, even when we are afraid. We can still keep that train going. Keep that train going down the tracks, right? Isn't that Johnny Cash? So we can keep our train going, and we can keep that future self that's still authentically who you are today, but it's just playing more of the yummy shit that you want. We can be that train that keeps going when we are daily claiming our self-confidence, our belief, our trust through these daily awakenings by doing things like being in community with other people who see our greatness, who remind us of our greatness, who are embracing their own greatness, who show us that this is possible for us as well. When we no longer slip into the limiting beliefs and the old stories and the old traumas and the old triggers and the old ancestral wounds that say that this isn't meant for us, or that it's going to be really hard, or that we're going to have to sacrifice or suffer or do all of these things. When we understand that we can find inherent and internal motivation and momentum when we come from this place of joy, play, enjoyment. And there is psychological research and neuroscience that will back this up. And that's the topic for another podcast. But today, I want you to understand that everything is available to you. Everything will unfold for you when you can awaken every single day to your greatness, to your bigness, to your worthiness for everything that you want, everything that you desire, everything that is going on inside of you. If you want it, here it is. Come and get it. Get a little hurry, 'cause I got you now. I'm in a singing mood, peeps. This is the truth of your reality. This is the truth of your authentic self. This is the truth of you. When you claim that self-belief, when you claim that self-confidence, you're claiming your bigness, you're claiming your worthiness, and you're saying every single day, I deserve everything. And I don't have to earn it. I don't have to show everybody that I'm worthy of it. I don't have to feel more deserving before I get it. I can claim it now. And it's mine. And good golly, does that feel good. And frankly, just as another side note, doesn't it just feel good to feel confident? Doesn't it just feel good to believe in yourself? Doesn't it just feel good to be in that place every single day? And so when you set up these systems to actually feel this way every day, like I said, surrounding yourself with community, surrounding yourself with things like daily reminders, even if it's a 5-minute meditation about your future self and what it is you're stepping into, and in the joy and freedom and fun of all of these beautiful things that you're creating in your life. When you even just feel relaxed in claiming your worthiness and in claiming your deservingness, that's when everything changes. So staying awake, daily awakenings to your desires, who and what you really are, and to embody that every single day.